When we think of intelligence, we often picture humans, our ability to reason, build, and communicate. But in the wild, intelligence shows up in surprising ways. From solving problems to using tools, navigating complex environments, or even manipulating others, some animals are far more intelligent than we give them credit for. Today, we're counting down the top 7 smartest animals on Earth. And number 3 might just shock you. Number 7. Crows. These birds aren't just smart, they're strategic. Crows have been seen using tools, planning for future problems, and even holding funerals for their dead. They can recognize individual human faces and remember who helped them or who posed a threat. In lab tests, crows have solved multi-step puzzles that would stump young children. Their ability to think ahead and communicate with their flock is part of what makes them so adaptable and successful in nearly every part of the world. Number 6. Octopuses. 8 arms, no bones, and a brain that defies logic. Octopuses are masters of escape, disguise, and exploration. They've been caught opening jars, slipping through tiny cracks, and using coconut shells as portable shelters. Each arm has its own cluster of neurons, allowing octopuses to multitask like few creatures can. But what's truly fascinating is how curious they are, interacting with objects out of interest, not just instinct. Some scientists believe their intelligence is closer to alien life than anything else on Earth. Number 5. Elephants. Known for their memory, elephants also show complex emotional and social intelligence. They comfort each other, mourn their dead, and even show empathy toward other species. Elephants have been observed using branches as fly swatters, digging for water in dry riverbeds, and working as a group to solve problems. They pass knowledge from one generation to the next, and older matriarchs often lead herds based on decades of experience. Their intelligence is quiet, powerful, and deeply rooted in relationships. Number 4. Dolphins. Playful, fast, and surprisingly clever, dolphins recognize themselves in mirrors, a rare trait in the animal world, and they can understand complex instructions, including symbolic language and gestures. They've been seen coordinating hunts with incredible precision, passing sea sponges to their young to use as tools, and even using bubbles as toys or decoys. But perhaps most interesting is their ability to form alliances, social bonds that rival our own in complexity. Number 3. Pigs. This is the one most people don't expect. Pigs are highly intelligent, more so than dogs in many cognitive tests. They can solve mazes, remember locations, and learn commands quickly. In problem-solving scenarios, pigs show excellent memory and decision-making skills. They also have a strong sense of social hierarchy, and they're surprisingly clean animals when given the right environment. What makes them stand out is how quickly they adapt to changes, and how deeply they can emotionally bond with each other and with humans. Number 2. Chimpanzees. Our closest living relatives in the animal kingdom, chimpanzees share over 98% of our DNA. They use tools in the wild, sharpening sticks to hunt, using leaves to collect water, and even crafting spears. Chimps can deceive, plan, cooperate, and learn new behaviors by watching others. They pass down traditions within groups, and their ability to learn basic human sign language shows just how close their minds are to ours. In many ways, they mirror us, not just in action, but in thought. Number 1. The African gray parrot. This bird isn't just a mimic, it's a thinker. African greys have the vocabulary of a small child, and they understand what they're saying. The most famous of them, a parrot named Alex, could identify colors, count objects, and even express when he was tired or didn't want to do something. These parrots can solve logic puzzles, learn from experience, and even infer what's missing based on clues, a mental skill that requires reasoning. What makes them number 1 isn't just language, but the depth of understanding behind their communication. Intelligence in animals isn't about mimicking humans. It's about adaptation, memory, planning, and social awareness. From birds that outsmart traps to pigs that ace memory tests, nature has its own definition of genius. And as we study animals more closely, we continue to discover that we're not as alone in our intelligence as we once thought. Thanks for watching.